sometimes you got to clean the slate off and start all over again. You got to reinvent yourself. You got to do other things a different way. Find a new path to try to accomplish what you're trying to do. But you can't give up. You can't stop because there's no reason. Because you grind too hard. You got to keep grinding for the goal to get what you want. Ain't no point in stopping now.
Again, hey, check it out. This is we got to teach your kids about responsibility and understanding, because what I'm saying about it is this: the generation that we are raising now, plain and simple, dude, they soft and they lazy. They feel entitled because that's what they see on TV. They looking at the things and they see, well, this is what I'm supposed to have. And they have a feeling of entitlement because they thinking in their mind that you get, but you don't have to do anything to get it. And as parents and mentors, what we got to do is we got to teach them, like, look, dude, it's not that easy. You don't just get it because you think you deserve it, because what did you do to get it? Stop having these kids you got kids bringing home F's and D's, and they thinking that it's okay because the parents are still buying them shoes and buying them all these J's and hyped up name clothing. And it's like, well, you're only breeding them for failure. And it's particularly bad in the African American community, because what a lot of us teach our kids is, I'm gonna give it to you because I want you to look fresh. It's not about your grades. It's about, hey, how good do you look when you go to school? You know what? You may look good, but then you coming home with grades that look terrible. You can't teach them with fashion, because the problem is some of those kids, you know what, little Timmy that ain't got no name on his shoes, he's going to be able to afford those nice things one day because he ain't got nothing. He's not going to school for a fashion show. He has nothing to fall back on but his grades. And you know, somebody might be pointing at him and screaming, what are those? But he's looking at your grades and he's saying, what are those? Stop letting your kids walk around thinking that a sense of entitlement with no responsibility is okay in life. It's not. And I'm not saying it to anybody in particular, but if you know anybody like that, if you got an opportunity, if you're a mentor or a parent and you have an issue with your kid, it's not always the kid. Think about the things that you do. What do they see you do? Do they see you slacking off? Do they see you not putting in any effort? Because they only going to breed, a lot of our kids are only going to do what they see us do. Stop doing any and everything in front of the kids and thinking that it's okay. And then when they start acting a fool and doing stupid stuff, where you get this from? They get it from you. Because they watching you do these crazy things and they getting it from you. You wondering why your kids cursing you out. Because they get it from you. Stop being silly about it, because the problem is, in the African American community, our kids are already behind the 8 ball when they come out from the hole in the first place. They're already behind the 8 ball. Let's just be realistic about that. It's the truth. They're behind the 8 ball because you black. And society doesn't expect anything out of them. So when they don't live up to a higher bar of expectation, nobody cares, because they never expected them to do anything in the first place. So we can start teaching our kids, like, you know what, and stop doing everything in front of them and start teaching them, hey, they set the bar right here for you. They set the bar so low for you that they really don't expect anything from you. But what you got to do, you got to grab the bar, raise the bar. You take that bar with you and you raise it. Every single time that you want something, you got to raise that bar to get to it. That's what we should teach our kids. I teach my kids, and I'm really, they'll tell you, I'm really hard on them about being successful. I don't want you to be like me, because my goal when I was a kid was to be better than my dad. Why? Because he wasn't there. So that was my goal, to be better than him. And I have my kids. I've always been there for them. So what I teach my kids is, not only will you be, not in a bad way that I've done anything wrong, or you as a parent have done anything wrong, but teach them to be better than the previous generation. Raise the bar. But you got to raise that bar with an expectation of understanding that I'm not going to get anything unless I work for it. I gotta work hard to get to that next level. I passed my parents. That's my next level. But then it goes down the line through with the generations. So with that being said, there's really not much left on this to say except, hey guys, watch what you do in front of your kids, but push them to do better, push them to be great, push them to be phenomenal, push them out there to do good things. You can't be in front of your kids smoking weed, drinking and drunk, fighting and shooting off guns and all kind of other stuff in front of your kids. And then when they start doing these things and getting arrested and getting locked up, you've already doomed them because of the things that you've done in front of them. Stop doing these things in front of our youth and get some books and read with these kids. Sit down and talk to these kids about reality, real life. Teach them the things that the school doesn't teach them. It ain't all, teach them common sense. And in reality, man, we got to teach our kids about the streets. The school doesn't teach them that. Teach them the things that they don't show them, because they will be taken advantage of once they get in the real world, and that's not what we want, because that all that does is give them a gateway for the jailhouse or the grave. That's my time for you guys. I'm out.